Okay, hello everyone. My name is Murdad Hariri, and I'm the program director and the founder for RX Connection. Thank you for joining us today as we're going to talk about technology and use of AI in pharmacy business and how your pharmacy can benefit from uh, analytical tools and all the AI resources that we provide to make you a more profitable business. Again, this is Profitable Prescriptions, and we are a weekly broadcast, and we're also on YouTube. You can, if you miss our show, you can always go to YouTube and watch it. So let's just jump into. We're going to talk about profitable prescriptions, which we talk about how AI uh, can drive business growth at your pharmacy using analyticals and intelligence and drive smarter business decisions that you can use every day at your pharmacy to make your pharmacy grow. Let's look at the AI driven pharmacy growth using data to drive smarter business decisions. As we all know, in today's session, we'll explore how intelligent automation, real time data analytics, and AI powered decision making can transform your pharmacy from a reactive business into a proactive business, data driven operation, and will demonstrate practical applications that delivers measurable results and not theoretical possibilities, but proven strategies already working for many independent pharmacies across the country. We want to just kind of quickly look at the evolution of pharmacy technology. I've been around for some time that I do remember the IBM typewriter selectomatic typewriters that used to be around, typing in prescriptions and using regular labels and dispensing the medication to the patient, to the early 80s where the computers started to show up, and which was nothing but a basic fancy typewriter, to the cloud evolution, which was started in the mid 90s and continuing today, to what's today has been transforming into an AI intelligence. So this process where we came from, as far as from paper to digital to cloud and now using AI, can truly make a difference if this technology is used correctly and properly at your pharmacy. Okay. So this technology has fundamentally has transformed every aspect of healthcare. Whether you're talking about doctors, clinics, pharmacies, even imaging. We have AI that are reading X-rays, CT scans, and much much more. And the pharmacy is no exception because in your pharmacy you have data. Community pharmacies are the most trusted local healthcare provider and helping millions of Americans, serving an accessible healthcare touchpoint where you're in the neighborhood and people trust you. And now using this type of technology can truly make you stand out in your community and make you as a leader rather than somebody that doesn't provide any of the services that our patients are you know wanting to for you to provide. So why is the technology even matters in pharmacy right now? Right now, we're in a perfect storm of change. You know, I can't tell you about DIR fees. I can't tell you about PBMs. I can tell you about everything that go audits and unfair, mail order process and everything else that we face every day as pharmacists, making a huge difference in the way we do business, if we do any business. You know, as a pharmacy leader, I speak to with a lot of local pharmacies, and they're all in the same boat. They're not making money. Some even stop dispensing brand name drug altogether. They just don't dispense it. Doesn't matter if they make a buck or they lose $100. They just don't dispense brand name drug. Now, we know that with all the new changes coming up, especially with surrounding the PBMs, the DIR fees, and all the Trump RX and GLPs and lifestyle meds and everything else that is happening right now. Today, we're at a crossroad that pharmacies who, you know, uh, follow the right way and uh, choose the form of AI and technology, if they kind of like embrace the technology to you know uh, run their business, they'll be a lot more successful, say 2 years, 5 years from now, than pharmacies that decided that they're not going to do anything and just stand still and see what happens. So data visibility, across the whole operation, inventory management, and the patient care, uh, isn't just helpful; it's essential to for every pharmacy. So let's just talk about RX Connection. Okay, this RX Connection is built by the pharmacists for the pharmacists. RX Connection represents a fundamentally different approach to pharmacy technology. We're not a software developer who decided to build a single tool, or pharmacist who understands your challenges daily, because we lived them. We've been there before. We've looked at all the technology that we are providing to you. We have seen how this can make a difference in your daily operation. Our platform was founded with decades of real world community pharmacy experience. Every feature reflects an actual workflow that was needed, and it's not a theoretical assumption. So, in summary, we have a deep industry expertise. We are pharmacist centric, and we're truly a proven innovator when it comes to pharmacy. And our mission is clear: to empower independent pharmacies through innovation, data intelligence, and intelligent automation. We believe independent pharmacies are the backbone of the community healthcare, and we're committed to providing you with enterprise level technology at accessible prices. With RS Connection, we take the fundamentally different approach. We build comprehensive system that addresses interconnected challenges across the entire operation. Our platform isn't a collection of disparate tools. It's an integrated ecosystem designed to work together seamlessly. So, what are some of these solutions? They are a central fill solution. We've been doing this for months now. When we rolled out central fill, I believe we were probably the first company that rolled out central fill. And uh, what that does, it streamlines the prescription fulfillment with automated, you know, compounding and packaging system that scales with your growth. So you don't need any expensive tools. You don't need to comply with USP 797, 800, and so on. You have a pharmacy that's doing all the heavy lifting for you. We also provide you with a telemedicine connection. Okay. What that is, it's basically a skin that you can put for your telemedicine that would make you look just like all of those big guys that's online and doing lifestyle meds such for ED, GLP-1s, and everything else. You will be no different, and it will look exactly perfectly, and your company looks like they're on top of their game. We also have marketing automation. So, you know, data driven campaigns that target the right patients at the right time. And the message that you will send to these patients, trying to get them to engage with your services that you're trying to promote. Data intelligence and AI co-pilot. We have an AI co-pilot that we've had in operation for months now. Many pharmacies are using. I will demonstrate that to you in just a minute. But AI co-pilot is no different than your data, which is secure. It's your data. We don't share your data like some other companies across the universe and say, okay, here's your data. Your data is your data. It's your secure information. It is your, API. It is your information that we guard closely, and you only are the one that have access to it. And you can use that data now to grow your business intelligently. And also, we give you some other things like this, uh, some canned reports or graphs and charts that you can drill and dig into these type of data and see exactly, you know, what is happening. So let's look at the power of data flow. So what do I mean by data flow? Well, data has to come from someplace, whether it be from your doctor data, your patient, your purchase data, and dispense data. Those four pillars are the main uh, uh, sources of the data that you could actually be looking into to make your business more profitable, streamline some of your processes, cut back on some of your losses, and make your business more profitable. So, what's in the doctor's data? You have all the prescribers' data, it's in your computer. And if you don't, we provide you with all of the prescribers' data and prescribing data that you need to know exactly what doctors are prescribing and how much and where they come from. So the doctor data is always available to you at your PMS. Patient data, they're your patients. I mean, you fill prescriptions, you talk to them on a daily basis. And but overall, I think that pharmacies don't even know who their clients are. They don't know where they live. They don't know how much they earn. They don't know what the house is worth. They don't know what kind of population are they serving. Are they more Latino? They're blacks. They're you know any other ethnicity or what, and they don't really know who they're marketing to, and that puts them at a disadvantage. So that patient data that we provide you will cut through all of those things. You can see exactly who your patients are, where they live, how much is their house is worth. You can see what type of a possibly race they may be. Uh, they can see a lot of different things, such as maybe income and other things that you can use in your marketing. Okay, your dispense data, that's a gold mine. I mean, you have your dispense data that you have, but most pharmacists, they just sit on that dispense data and they don't do anything with it. You have to use that dispense data. Why is that important? Because, like I said, there's so much in there that you can use to make your pharmacy more profitable, and that's exactly what we do with our analytics and AI tools. Your purchase data. Everybody's complaining about, hey, my wholesaler rips me off, or I'm not, my cost of good is not good, or how do I know where to buy the products? This company's got it for $4 less, the other company's got it for $6 more, whatever. But your purchase data is important. What you buy, how much you pay, and where it comes from, and when you buy it, and how you buy it. It's a great resource that you need to look at on a daily basis. Okay, and take a look and see how you can streamline your purchases to match your dispensing, which closely ties to your cash flow. Okay, here I just wanted to kind of point out. I know the writing is a little small, but you know by looking at the data, you're looking at you discover inefficiencies, you identify top for performance, you predict future needs, and you spot low margins. It's all within our system, and when you're looking at these things and you see PBMs that you're not making money on, how can I do? What can I do with that data that I can just go ahead and maybe I can't tell the customer to leave and don't come back to me, but there are ways that you can re-engage these patients, maybe at a higher margin. Okay. Inefficiencies. You may see that, hey, we're just not, we dispense 1,000 Prozac, but all of a sudden we're buying 5,000 Prozacs a month, and then we don't buy anything for 6 months. Well, that's money sitting on your shelf. Maybe you need to look at that and see how you can make this, a little better for yourself, and predict the future. You can look at last year's, say, flu season, look at this year's flu season, and assume that it's got to be the same thing, and there's going to be a big influx of Tamiflu, for example, and you can anticipate on that and have those in stock so that you don't run out. So let's just talk quickly about, before I show you some of these, the AI Copilot that we have. It's your in-house data analyst. What do I mean by that? You can ask any question, and get the answers instantly. Okay. So it's so simple. I mean, you have access to the data. You can download CSV. You can look at them. You can do the graphs, charts, and dig into all these type of data. However, with AI Copilot, just ask the question: who are my top doctors? What are my NDCs? How much of this NDC did I buy last month, last year? How much of where did I buy it from? You know, you know, is there one that's maybe less expensive than the other supplier? Is there a patient that's most valuable to me as a pharmacist? Or and questions can go on and on and on. You can ask basically anything, and this is all natural language. It's instant insight into your dispense data, and it's always learning. That's the whole process. Is that it's constantly learning from what you're asking it. And this is not open source. Your data is not available to the whole world. Your data is just your data. It's yours. You can only have access to it, and that's it. Nobody else can see it. So let's just take a look at a data-driven growth and see how this ecosystem kind of works. So you got the central fill, data intelligence, you got the marketing tool, and the telemedicine skin. All of these work together to drive more business to your pharmacy. And it's really, if you really look at it, look at the ROIs and say, well, yeah, I bet you that costs a lot of money, right? No. I mean, you can start with hundreds of dollars, couple of $100 worth of investment that can produce, 10, maybe 20, maybe 100 times ROI, for your pharmacy. Okay. I mean, do you want to put $100 into a bank and get $1,000 next month? I would every day. Okay. So your pharmacy growth depends on all these type of things that we just discussed. And like we say at RX Connection, we empower pharmacists, but we're not replacing them. So we have enhanced clinical focus, you have business decisions that you can make, and you can stay competitive. So let's transfer your pharmacy. You can actually visit us on rxconnection.com. And before we jump off, I kind of got to show you what we have to offer. You can log in to rxconnection.com, create a free account, and you can have access to all the solutions here on the left-hand side. And they're just too many to mention in our short live cast. So basically, you can see all your data. Okay. You can see all your dispensing, your prescribing, your demographic. And these are just your dashboard. This is not the whole thing. You're looking at the dashboard like a pilot looks at a dashboard, checks the gauge, the oil, and everything else. Okay, everything's ready to go. Okay, let's go. And then you can go into detailed reports. So there are a lot more reports that you can drill into. You can even drill into a lot of these reports and make more sense out of what you're doing by your top doctors, top zip codes. You can see where your patients are coming from. You can quickly connect with your doctors by sending a fax, inviting them to, take a look at your, say, your Cost Plus program or anything else. And also like your patient zip code, doctor zip code, bid and PCN numbers, and audits and MFP, which is a maximum fair price coming up on January 1st, will give you all the tools you need in order for you to stay competitive. Okay. So these are all within that dashboard that you have. Also, you can come in here, this the AI, you can say how many prescriptions did I fill? And you can purposefully, I've just spelling it. Did I fill in August of 2025? Okay. So your AI goes in, your agent goes in and takes a look and compiles your data, take a look and see how many prescriptions did I fill in August of 2025. Gives you a number, give you a value. You can ask more questions. What was my top dispensed drug? What was my low dispensed drug? Who was my main doctor? Who wasn't my main doctor? And on and on and on. You can basically ask everything. And the best of all, it's constantly learning. Okay. So we have a Cost Plus program. Okay. The Cost Plus program, it's not Mark Cuban's Cost Plus. It is basically your Cost Plus custom for your pharmacy, where you can add medications in here based on humans or animal meds. And now you have access that you could give to your patients, to your doctors, that they can actually prescribe these medications back to your pharmacy. It goes right back to your pharmacy. Okay. And you can communicate with these doctors because you know who your patients are, you know who your doctors are, and you can communicate with these doctors and patients seamlessly. Okay. We also have a business app, which is basically nothing less than a digital uh, footprint of your website. You can go in here. If you haven't been in there, you can just create an account and just log in. Click on the green button and just log in. By logging in, you can look at your business in a new light. You can say, hey, I'm RX Connection, for example. Okay. You can see exactly your digital footprint. You can go to like executive report. You can take a look at everything that happened to you digitally. How many people came to your website? How many members? How's your website performing? Where can your patient find you? Any of these places that you're not in, and you can connect it. You can see actionable data that you can do in order to make your website better, even reputation management and SEOs and everything else that you can think of. On top of it, we have our AI that you can actually teach your AI exactly. That's your chatbot. Whatever you want to learn, you can just go in here and you can add a knowledge base. Okay. You can bring in a link. Okay. You can bring a link. You can bring a text. You can bring a website, or you can upload a file. It will read all of that. And if anybody goes to your website and clicks on the chatbot and says, how much is GLP? It'll tell you. Do you have any rapid acting insulin? It'll list them all. How much are they? It'll tell them exactly how much it is and everything else. At the same time, it's collecting that patient information, bringing it to you, so you can now communicate by text message or email seamlessly and market your pharmacy to patients. We have a delivery app, we have education, RX Reach, and so on. And of course, there are 503A and B solutions, and also an animal meds that you can purchase animal beds. And don't forget the marketing that we provide you. We have a turnkey um, process for all your marketing needs. You need flyers, brochures, folders. I urge you to go and take a look at what we have, even videos. We have RX University that has HRT, ED, controlled substance monitoring. It has a whole bunch of things that you can actually purchase: manuals, SOPs, policy procedures, and so on. And anything custom. You want something custom made? Call us. Just go ahead and ask us what you need, and we will create that for you, and we will give it to you within a day or two. And of course, we have bundles. So I hope I was able to give you basically a rundown of what we do at RX Connection, because I know most people really don't have any ideas about what we do. And again, just quickly, we have portals for the veterinarians, for the doctors, for the patients, and also this is our AI uh, connection telemedicine, where you can actually create a site. And when I say this, within 2 minutes, you can create this that you can put on your website. 2 minutes. I challenge you, maybe 1 minute, but you can create this anytime, and you can put these things on your website that makes you look like any other online lifestyle med folks that you see doing thousands of prescriptions a day. That your website, the little Bob's Pharmacy around the corner, looks just like those big guys doing all kinds of business online. And this is all done through in here. And you can make all of these, and you make all these changes. So you can go in and change this within 10 seconds. You can go change any of these. You can go in here, take a look at your products. You can change the price. You can change the image. You can change the description. We give you everything you need, and this is called Connection Telemedicine. And basically, it's a new skin for our telemedicine that makes you look like $1 million. So if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to schedule a call. Just go to rxconnection.com and schedule a call with us. We'll be more than happy to share all the things that we just talked about with you on a one-to-one basis. This is Profitable Prescriptions, and we hope that you enjoyed our program for today. Until next time, thank you very much.